Well, hello there, I'm Emrys from cruisehive.com, and here we go with just another cruise news update. And oh my, have we got some news for you. Welcome everyone, it's another busy week in the cruise industry and we've got tons to update you on, including the literally big news that Wonder of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship, has departed on her maiden voyage. There is also news on Carnival Cruise Line resuming from Mobile, Alabama, Carnival ship itinerary changes, Disney Cruise Line mask policy change, a gratuity increase by Norwegian Cruise Line, and of course the latest on the cruise line cancellations to Russia. Alright, without further delay, let's get started. No doubt you already know that Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship, has departed on her maiden voyage. The giant vessel departed Fort Lauderdale, Florida after a slight delay on Friday evening, March 4th, for the first time with guests on board. It's a major highlight of the year as the cruise industry continues to push forward and grow despite the global pandemic. The vessel first arrived in the US on February 20th with a huge anticipation and received a warm welcome in Florida. Since then, the ship has been preparing for the maiden voyage by doing a short sailing to Royal Caribbean's private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay in the Bahamas, for the crew and family members. Wonder of the Seas is currently sailing towards the first call at Labadee in Haiti, which is Royal Caribbean's private destination. The ship will also be calling at San Juan, Puerto Rico, Nassau in the Bahamas, and the final call will be at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. The maiden voyage will end back in Florida on March 11th. So then, Wonder of the Seas' last voyage from Fort Lauderdale for this spring will be on April 15th. Between April 20th and May 8th, the ship will be repositioning to her summer home ports in Spain and Italy, with Mediterranean cruises through October 30th, 2022. In November 2022, the Royal Caribbean cruise ship will arrive at her new home port of Port Canaveral in Florida. From the world-famous cruise port, she will sail 7-night itineraries to the Eastern and Western Caribbean. Well, the 5th Oasis class vessel is 236,857 gross tons and measures 1,188 feet. There is a guest capacity of 5,734 at double occupancy, along with 2,300 international crew members. Wow, impressive stats or what? I would love to know what you think of the new Wonder of the Seas, and if you plan to cruise, do post a comment down below if you can. And just before we continue with even more major cruise news, do feel free to like the video and subscribe to the Cruise Hive YouTube channel. Go on, it just takes 1 second of your time. And guess what? Today marks the first Carnival cruise ship, the first cruise ship to resume operations out of Mobile, Alabama. The Carnival Ecstasy arrived at the port on Thursday, March 3rd, to prepare to resume sailings today, March 5th. It's the first cruise sailing with guests for 2 years since the industry-wide suspension first started in March 2020. Carnival Ecstasy will be heading out for a special celebration cruise in honor of Carnival Cruise Line's 50th birthday celebration. This sailing will include a fun ship meetup at sea for birthday greetings between vessels, where Carnival Ecstasy will meet up with other ships in the fleet. Very exciting indeed. Carnival Breeze, Carnival Ecstasy, Carnival Glory, Mardi Gras, Carnival Pride, Carnival Sunrise, and Carnival Vista are set to meet between Cozumel and Costa Maya, Mexico on Monday, March 7th. This is the largest of the fun ship meetups among the fleet. Carnival Ecstasy, meanwhile, will also retire from the fun ship fleet, but not before enjoying the spring and summer season, offering 5-night Western Caribbean itineraries that will visit Cozumel and either Costa Maya or Progreso, depending on the sailing date. And sticking with Carnival Cruise Line, we've got some of the latest itinerary changes. There are adjustments for the Carnival Spirit out of Jacksonville and the Carnival Magic based from Port Canaveral. In total, 5 sailings are impacted, but the majority are just minor changes, including arrival and departure times. So for the Carnival Magic, the cruise line has removed a port for the December 23rd 8-day Eastern Caribbean voyage. The call to Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos Islands on December 23rd has been replaced with Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. The ship will arrive at the alternative port of call at 7 a.m. and depart at 3 p.m. All other ports during the voyage remain the same, including St. Martin, St. Kitts and San Juan. Carnival has informed guests that any pre-purchased shore excursions through the cruise line will automatically be refunded, and that tour options for Amber Cove will be available in the coming week. There is also a change for the Carnival Spirit, but they are very minor and no ports have been removed. For the ship's 5-day departures on March 7th and 21st, she's now scheduled to arrive back home to Jacksonville, Florida at 9:30 a.m. For the 5-day March 26th sailing to the Bahamas, Carnival Spirit will now depart the port of Jacksonville at 8:30 p.m. The later departure does not impact the rest of the voyage. Then on April 9th, Carnival Spirit will leave at 8 p.m, the final voyage from Jacksonville before redeploying to Seattle. While Carnival Magic and Spirit changes are relatively minor compared to other recent ones, which of course we've got on the website, the most impactful is likely the removal of Grand Turk, as it's such a popular port of call and just stunning there. The cruise line did not provide a reason for the change, but could be due to scheduling conflicts or port agreements. Who knows with all these itinerary changes? We'll never know, but at least you know about the changes now. In updated protocols on its website, Disney Cruise Line has announced that it will be relaxing its onboard mask mandate for sailings departing from US ports as of March 11th, 2022. The guidelines state, quote, for sailings originating from a US port of departure beginning March 11th, 2022, face coverings will be optional in most indoor locations throughout our ships, end quote. There are exceptions, however. All guests ages 2 and up, including guests who are fully vaccinated, must continue to wear masks in the Walt Disney Theatre. This theatre is often filled to capacity, so it makes sense that precautions would continue to be in place at the venue, as social distancing will be impossible. Prior to March 11th, all guests ages 2 and up, regardless of vaccination status, must wear masks in all indoor areas, except in their staterooms or while actively eating and drinking. Because children under 5 years old are not eligible to be vaccinated at this time, there are still mask requirements on board for the youngest Disney Cruise Line travelers, even after March 11th. Guests under 5 years old are still required to wear face coverings in youth activity spaces. Guests who have not been vaccinated, including young cruisers ineligible for vaccinations, are still encouraged, though not required, to wear masks in indoor areas after March 11th. Norwegian Cruise Line has sent out a letter informing guests and travel agents that gratuities will be increased from April 1st, 2022. The amount will go up by at least 50 cents depending on which category cabin guests are booked in. Well, for guests booked in a balcony stateroom or below, the daily service charge will be increased to $16 per person. Currently, the charge is $15.50 per person per day. For guests in a club balcony suite, the amount will remain the same at $18 per person per day. Guests booked in the Haven and Suite will have their daily gratuities increased to $20. Currently, the rate for that category is $18.50 per person per day. So this will be a $1.50 increase that will go into effect from April 1st, 2022. Norwegian Cruise Line offers guests to take advantage of the current lower rate. Guests who make a reservation on or before March 31st, 2022 can prepay their gratuities at the current rate. This will need to be done before the sailing date. If guests have already paid the service charge before their cruise, nothing will be changed. Well, what do you think about the gratuity increase? Is this going to be the new trend? Because usually when one cruise line starts to do this, others follow. Do let us know what you think about the gratuities increase in the comments below. Alright, due to the worrying situation which is developing in Ukraine, the cruise industry is abandoning cruise ship visits to Russia, including the popular cruise destination of St. Petersburg. So let's take a look at what each of the major cruise lines is doing. Well, Carnival Corporation stated that its cruise brands were working through on changing itineraries and coming up with alternative ports of call. Princess Cruises, which is one of the Carnival brands, has stated that 24 sailings will remove calls to Russia, impacting the Enchanted Princess, Sky Princess and Island Princess. Alternative ports are in Sweden and Poland. Holland America Line confirmed on March 4th that 6 itineraries are modified that were originally scheduled to visit Russian ports this year. AIDA Cruises confirmed that it was removing ship visits to the country too, and those Baltic sailings during the summer would be adjusted. Norwegian Cruise Line was among the first cruise lines to state that it was removing all calls to Russia. In fact, parent company Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings has cancelled Russia for all of 2022 across its 3 cruise brands. Royal Caribbean has also decided to remove St. Petersburg from Voyager of the Seas sailings, the only ship in the fleet that was scheduled to visit the country this year. The cruise line was one of the slowest to confirm the cancellations, and it came after some backlash due to originally not committing to complete removal. If you did have a cruise this year that included a Russian port, then I'm pretty sure it's no longer the case. MSC Cruises has also removed calls to Russia. Our thoughts do go out to all those in Ukraine right now. It's a very worrying situation for sure. Even I've made several friends in Ukraine during my time working on ships, and they are all great people. I'm thinking of them all right now. Everyone please in Ukraine, please stay safe. We've got even more cruise news updates for you all over on cruisehive.com, including cancellations from Barcelona for the Norwegian Epic, Alaska season possibly under risk due to new Canada protocols, Celebrity Cruises to sail year-round in the Mediterranean in 2023, and plenty more all over on the website. If you did find the video informative at all, then do feel free to like and subscribe to the Cruise Hive YouTube channel. I'm Memories from cruisehive.com. Thanks everyone so much for your time, and I'll see you all soon.